So we've determined that there's no 12 volts at the starter. So we're going to backtrack and look at the relay next. It's underneath this cover. So to get this off, just unscrew the knobs, two knobs, and then there's just a couple of sheet metal screws holding this cover on. Okay, then it pulls up, pulls back, and it's off again. Okay, so unplug this, get this plate out of the way, and there is the starter relay, or starter solenoid, some call it. A close-up view of the three major connections here: battery in, starter out, and the control wire. There's our positive meter lead now on the spade connection, the control wire coming into the starter relay or solenoid. Positive. Our negative is on the battery negative. So now we're going to turn the ignition switch and check and see what we have for voltage. You can see our voltage, 10, so we're getting a signal there. Now we're clipping our meter onto the incoming battery voltage, and there it is. Then it remains to do is to check the output voltage as we turn the switch. Okay, so now we're over on the other side, clipping onto the other side of the relay. Now as we flip the switch, we have nothing. It calls for replacement of that relay. Okay, since we're working on the start circuit here, we need to disconnect the battery, so we aren't working on hot wires. It's ½ inch, or it's 11 millimeters is what I'm using. Okay, first we're going to unwire the battery wire over here on the, as you're sitting in the seat, the left side. So we broke that one loose. Turn off the nut. There are a couple of wires on here, so bear that in mind as you put this back together. Next we'll disconnect the spade connection control wire. That's orange with a white stripe. Okay, so we're over here on the other side now, removing the output wire. This again is 11 millimeter. And this wire goes to the starter. So this is the output of the switch. Alright, so we'll turn that nut off. And there it is. Off that wire. The remains are the two mounting bolts, one of which holds the ground wire from the battery. Okay, these two mounting bolts are 3/8 inch. And again, the one on the right side as you're sitting in the tractor holds the ground wire, bolts the ground wire on. And there's the final bolt. Okay, one quick test we can do on this is to check the resistance of the coil in here. And so we've got our meter set up from our spade connection here at the control to the ground. And I'm going to turn my meter onto ohms. And we can see we have 6 ohms, which is a good coil resistance. Okay, got to test parts. Now I'm going to put some juice on this thing. Got a 12 volt power supply, 20 volt power supply set up for 12 volts. And we're going to energize the coil and look at the resistance on the contacts. So right now they're open, of course. So we pull out the juice. And now we've got 23 ohms across the contact. 1.9 amps pulled by this coil. And shut it off.
Here's a possible source. This is Amazon. This relay is under $10 and readily available.
Okay, we're going to reinstall now. What I'm going to do is hook up the wires first. So starting over here on the left side, and put the input wires on, and I'm just going to slip the nut on and turn it a few threads, a few turns. Remember, on this side we have just one wire, and that's going to the starter. Okay, and the other wiring connection is the control wire. It just goes onto the spade connector. Alright, then it's physical mounting. And on this side, we have two wires, two grounds, small green ground, and then the battery ground itself. And we'll just turn this again a few turns to get it started. And the other side. Snug it up good. Remember, this is a electrical connection over here on this side. Alright then, up here is our cover. Let's connect this wire up. Okay, we've got this in park right now. Give that in there then. We have our two screws holding this piece of sheet metal cover. And the knobs. Okay, we'll wire up our battery and test this out. Okay, let's test this out. Okay, we're up and running. Thanks for watching this video.